first of all, let's stick with trade and the scoop that Bloomberg brought us. The partial deal, the devil, as Abigail was saying, is going to be in the detail, right?
Excellent reporting from Bloomberg's Jenny Leonard on this. I just spoke with a source at the U.S. Trade Representative Office who said that the talks had been going well between the U.S. and China. And now we are learning that a potential trade truce has in fact been met, with the U.S. saying that they potentially are willing to lift some of those tariffs. Meanwhile, China saying that they are willing to make agricultural concessions. It comes from what we are anticipating was, again, a positive type of meeting between White House officials as well as the China delegation that are still scheduled to depart the United States later this evening. It has really capped off what has been a dizzying week of trade headlines that has caused global geopolitical unrest and volatility in the markets. The president, for his part, clearly making the calculation that volatility in the market heading into the upstart of the election season is not a political risk he wants to take.
Well, it's to your point. So we've seen a number of these situations in the past. A sort of truce for soybeans deal, you might want to call it, in which there's some sort of pause on the penalties in exchange for concessions on the ag side. And it seems pretty clear that China has been willing to deal for a while on the ag side. But in the end, does this get us any closer to something that would be comprehensive, in which China has to make genuinely hard choices about its relationship to its economy in the U.S.?
No. And to your point, Joe, quite frankly, the Chinese have figured out that where to get President Trump's attention is precisely by going after the agricultural sector, which is crucial to the president's political coalition heading into 2020. But to that point, the president has said consistently that he wants to have some type of large, broad, sweeping trade deal with China. But in the short term, that just doesn't seem as likely. He doesn't feel, according to my reporting, I can tell you, that he needs to have some grandstanding deal between now and the next election. He's got his eye on ratifying the USMCA with that regard. But from broader terms, if you look at the tariff deadline that are coming up, October 15th, December 15th, it allows for there to be a cooling of the tension, Joe, in terms of wrapping something up and, again, calming the markets.